All right, welcome everyone. I'm Gabrielle Klinner, and we're going to meet today to discuss some things. Why don't you go ahead and all introduce yourself right now?
Diana Escola.
Richard Whitlow.
Allison Goodrum.
James Lee.
Cool. So today we're going to talk a little bit. We've been assigned with a case of a company, Bowers Machine Parts, and they are having a little bit problems with management. So we need to discuss a few things about how to get some possible solutions for them. So the way I want to work the meeting today is first I want to kind of discuss all the problems that they have, identify some problems that this company has after you've read the case and kind of gotten a little bit of better understanding of these guys and this company. And then I want us to define one particular problem that we can fix and will be effective in moving this company forward. Also, once we do that, I kind of want to establish some criteria that we can base our solutions on. So we need to establish 3 criteria for our solution that our solution has to fulfill in order to be the solution that we will present to this team. Then we can go ahead and talk about some possible solutions, just throw anything out there, and then use our criteria to evaluate those solutions to judge the best solution to this one particular problem that we are going to try to solve. So that's kind of the organization for the meeting today, and so I want to start with kind of discussing the problems that are going on at the company, and we can kind of start thinking about possible solutions. So let's talk about the problem.
One problem would be whenever Helen took over, she didn't follow her dad's philosophy in the company, even though they were doing fine. She wanted to increase production and basically change the company for her own management and not keep what her dad wanted.
Right. And with doing that, she was losing employees. There was no trust in Helen. Helen wasn't trusting her employees.
Yeah, I think one problem is, it goes kind of on the back of Helen not trusting her employees. Not only isn't she trusting her employees, but she's ignoring the advice of her management team. People that have been there for many more years than she has. They have a lot more experience and they know the company. But Helen, she ignores the vice president of production when talking about trying to increase productivity. I think if she's ignoring those people, that speaks to a broader problem of her not having trust in the people who work for her.
Right. And with that, she's, like you said, she's decreasing production levels and just kind of upsetting a lot of people through that. And she definitely needs help. So.
Yeah, I think it's definitely impacted employee morale in a negative way. I think we've already talked about the fact that retention rates are way down for employees. Many long-time employees are leaving the organization.
Yeah, and I think that there's a disconnect because Helen is trying to increase productivity, and I think she's alienating her employees, which is in turn decreasing productivity. So, does anyone have any more possible solutions? Problems, not solutions.
I said that the employees and Helen have different interests. There's conflict there.
Definitely conflict of interest. Okay, so with that all in mind, can we talk about how we can pinpoint the problem? So we have all these issues. Helen's decreased their lunch times and removed some of the culture. So we have all these particular problems. We have low production rates, high employee turnover. How can we create one defined problem and kind of diagnose that so we can create a solution?
I would say the most important one would be building trust between employees and Helen, because that would fix your problems. You could potentially fix your problems with production, could increase your employee morale, and bring up your retention rates of employees.
Yeah, I think if you look at all of the problems that we talked about, they all kind of feed right back into that broader issue that you were talking about, lack of trust. And they have different interests. Like you said, she's not listening to them, they're not listening to her, they don't trust each other. People are leaving because they don't trust the CEO, so which is bringing the production rates down.
I definitely think the conflicting interest is a huge factor. agree. I agree.
So maybe the problem that we can focus on is helping Helen achieve her goals of increasing production and getting employees to feel like they are valued where they work. So aligning interest is probably the main problem. So why don't we talk about some criteria that we can hold our solutions up against. So like I said, we need 3 things that we can evaluate our solutions on. And any solution that we have should kind of tick the mark for each of those criteria. Does anyone have anything?
You gotta increase your employee morale first.
I think we need to, by increasing the employee morale, it will definitely increase the employee retention rates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think the base of all that is just building trust between the employees and Helen, so they feel more motivated and like they're appreciated and their work is valued.
Yeah, and I think a part of getting those conflicting interests aligned, you're going to have to see some level of compromise. Both sides are going to have to give something up here. Helen's either going to have to, I think Helen most likely will have to give up her desire for immediate increased productivity. I think the employees will have to realize that under Helen, things will be a little bit different than they were under her father.
Right.
So I think any solution really needs to be based in compromise if you're going to build trust.
Okay. Good.
If you're going back to the original problem, one criteria could be to increase your production numbers.
Okay. Because that's something that Helen is interested in.
Right.
And I think that seems to be her biggest goal. I think as long as she sees some increase in productivity, she'll be happy with the potential solution. Especially since she's agreed to abide by whatever our consulting group decides.
Right. Yeah. So I think we've kind of named a few things. Does anyone have anything else?
I think we have a couple of good options there, unless anyone has something else to throw out.
Yeah. So I think what we all kind of, if I got my notes right, building trust I think is really, really important. And any solution is going to have compromise. Something to make Helen happy, something to make the employees happy. And I think that another thing that we kind of discussed is the increased employee retention rate will be a good factor in determining if this is working, if our solution is going to work.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and that's a very measurable thing that we can compare month over month or quarter over quarter.
Yeah, I think production is difficult because I don't know if this company can be, if this company can even produce more. So I think that employee retention rate, if the employees are happy, then that will show a positive side effect
maybe
in production.
One thing that you could put along with that is that the production rates stop decreasing because even though she's been trying to increase productivity, we've seen a decrease because of the lack of employee morale, employees leaving.
So employee morale is essential to production, I think. So, okay, so we have build trust, include compromise, and employee retention rates are essential. So right now, I want us to kind of throw out any possible solution. And don't worry about the criteria, just throw out anything that you can think of, and we'll go from there. We'll evaluate those against the criteria. So possible solutions to this problem.
I think she could potentially appoint executives to control different departments so that she doesn't have to focus on that. And other people can and appoint her. Maybe some sort of a training for her to improve her leadership skills as the CEO, or maybe even some sort of like probationary period where she's kind of watched and overseen her actions and exactly how that's affecting production levels and the employee turnover rate, just to get a better evaluation of her, maybe to motivate her to be a little kinder to the employees and take into consideration what they want.
A little bit of a wake-up call for her.
Right.
She could input an employee benefit program that shows the employees that that she cares about them and that they're appreciated.
I kind of consider just getting rid of Helen.
Yeah,
she seems to be the problem.
The company was doing fine before her. However, I don't know that the board will necessarily be interested in getting
Right.
rid
I
of
mean,
the
it is her
guard,
dad's
but
company.
I think it would definitely solve a lot of those issues.
Right. She clearly is not a good manager.
And what if, I think, were you talking more of a leadership training for Heather specifically, or kind of an employee retreat with Heather and the employees where they all get on the same page, talk about the concerns that each side has?
Yeah, I definitely think a retreat would be a great idea for them to kind of talk about, their vision, values, and goals for the company overall. Maybe just to compare against each other to see, what their interests are in mind and how they can kind of use compromise in there to please each party.
Yeah. So I actually like that idea. Why don't we move into talking about all these solutions and kind of grading them against our criteria?
No, actually, I kind of want to go back to possible solutions. I think one thing, you brought it up in criteria. Can this company even be more productive?
Yeah.
I think maybe hiring someone to go in there and analyze the capabilities and the resources this company has to see if Helen's goal is even possible. We might need to show her that at this time, until you expand and increase capabilities, you're not going to be able to reach your desired production goals.
Right.
And I think that would really soften her up a little bit towards her employees.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So with all that in mind, let's evaluate possible solutions with what we've kind of discussed here.
I definitely think the benefits program would build trust because they're having incentives to keep employees, and there's some compromise in there.
Yeah, it would definitely increase retention rates. It gives them something to stay with.
Right. The only thing I have with that one is I don't know how much compromise it builds for Helen.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know if it's a
Right. Is it an
Is
it
it-
an incentive based where it increases productivity?
right. So that might be something to
An incentive based benefit program,
Right.
maybe.
I think getting rid of Helen's off the table because that doesn't include any.
Yeah, that definitely
That's
that
a
might
compromise.
increase retention rates, but it
Yeah.
doesn't build trust or compromise at all. And it might not even increase retention rates.
Yeah.
Mathematically.
What were some other?
Training, I would say the training might build trust if she would learn how to supervise and manage her employees better, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee a compromise or a decrease in turnover rate.
Certainly builds knowledge, but maybe not action.
And it's something that we can go out and say, oh, look, we're trying, we're working to improve it, but do we actually get any tangible results from it?
Right. And I think another thing, I really like the idea that you talked about with employee retreat.
Yeah,
Let's kind of discuss that.
I feel like the obvious one with our criteria is that we build trust, just kind of hearing each other out, and also with sharing those ideas, you can definitely reach a compromise between both parties, and ultimately, with a better relationship, increasing employee retention
Right.
rates.
Once we know what everyone's goals are, is when
Right.
we can finally build a compromise.
Right. I think them getting together and discussing their goals and talking about that could build that compromise, and then we can kind of use that as a way to see if we can increase employee retention rate. So does everyone kind of agree on that? That is something that we can kind of put together?
I think that's
Absolutely.
probably the only solution that we came up with that meets all three criteria.
Yeah. So the problems are that we need to combine conflict of interest. We need to figure out how these conflict of interest can be resolved. So I think that employee retreat could be a good way that they can start the conversation at least. Okay, guys. Well, good talk, and I think I'm excited to bring this idea to the firm and see what we can do for these guys. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.